Have you ever tried to tell somebody about Jesus and then you got kickback for it because you love them? You want to share the gospel with them. See, the world has stereotyped the church to be judgmental because so many churches act as the judge instead of leaving judgment to the judge. We try to be the enforcers of God's judgment instead of the ones who warn people, hey, there's a judgment to come. Because the Holy Spirit's the one who convicts us of that very thing. That's why we need to be careful even how we share the gospel. That when we share it, it's not from a place of self-righteousness, but an actual place of self-denial, where we say, man, my heart hurts because I know where you're going if you keep doing this. Where my heart is grieving over you with the Father, with the Son, with the Holy Spirit, because He has burdened my heart for you. I've been praying for you. I've been fasting for you. I've been believing for you. There's a reason why when a concert is thrown at 7 p.m., thousands of people show up. And when a church service is thrown, 10 people show up. There's a reason. They don't want the judgment of God. Many people know the truth, but they don't want it. They don't want to hear it. But for those who do and respond, there is grace. Nothing in all of creation can be hidden from God. That's terrifying. That means even if I wanted to hide my sin, I can't. That means if someone wanted to hide their sin, they can't. If you've ever lied, raise your hand. The fact that we're alive is evidence of God's mercy, because the wages of sin is death. If you've been like me, if you've ever sexually sinned and you're alive today, you've experienced God's mercy. You've experienced God's grace. You've experienced the goodness of God. If you've ever cursed God and you're alive today, you're a recipient of God's grace and God's mercy. Because apart from Jesus, we'd all be judged by God harshly. We know our sentence. We know our sentence would be hell. We know our sentence would be death. We know our sentence would be the grave. That's all we deserve. And here's the scary part. If God never gave mercy, if God never gave grace, He would be justified in condemning us. Because that's what our sin deserves.